literary terms or literary device also we can also say them. First of all, we will learn about alliteration. This is our first literary terms. Where is alliteration? How we will identify that here the poet has used alliteration? Here will be repeating the same beginning sounds in a group of words. It means if the poet has used alliteration, then we will find a repeating sounds of a beginning word. For examples, here is a Peter, Piper, pigged, a peck of pickled peppers. Here is a word P that is repeated in the whole line. In this way, here is alliteration. If in the same manner, if poet is using this type of words and he is repeated all the consonant sounds, then there will be alliteration. Here is second example, sea shells, she shells by the seashore. Here S is repeated. And in third, big brown bears bought beautiful berries. Here B is repeated. That's why here is alliteration. Sweet birds sing softly. Yes, in alliteration we come to know that in when alliteration will be, then first or any letter can be repeated, and if the poet is using letters in repeating form, then there will be alliteration. This is our first literary terms. Now we will do about assonance. You know, in assonance also there will be a repetition of the sounds. But what is the difference between assonance? Here will be repeating sound will be of vowel, and in alliteration repetition sound will be of consonant sound. This is the main difference. Examples we can see: the early bird catches the worm. Here the early bird catches the worm. Here vowel sound is repeated, the early bird. Here in this sentence you can understand properly, go and mow the lawn. Here is O sound is repeated, that is vowel sound. That's why here is assonance. And here also, here the mellow wedding bells. Here E sound is repeated in also, here also, and here also. In this way, here is assonance. Now, what is the difference between alliteration and assonance? There is a little bit difference in assonance and alliteration. In both literary terms, we use repetition. But what is the main difference? The main difference is in alliteration, our consonant sound will be repeated, and in assonance, vowel sound will be repeated. Now we will do next. Yes. Now we will do simile. Which literary terms we will learn now? About simile we will learn. In simile, meaning comparing two things. In simile we compare two things, but with the using of word like and as. This is the main and important words. If we will have like and as, and if we found their comparison, only one thing, here we will find comparison between two things, and there will we also find like and as. For example, we can see as brave as a lion. Here, as brave as a lion. Here we can write he also. He is as brave as a lion. Here we are comparing he with a lion, but with the using of the word as. In this way, here is simile. In the same way, she is like a rose. Here, she is compared with rose with the use of like. In the same manner, he runs like the wind. Now, he is compared with the wind. In this way, busy as a bee, he is busy as a bee. Here, he is compared with a bee, and we are doing comparison in all these words, and we are using as and like. Then, what we must keep in our mind in simile, we do comparison with the using of words like and as. Now we will do metaphor. We have learned about we have learned about simile. In the same manner, we will learn about metaphor also. In metaphor also, we do comparison. But what is the difference between metaphor and simile? In simile, we use as and like word to do comparison. But in metaphor, we do comparison directly without using any as or like word. For example, the world is a stage. Here, world is compared with a stage. He is a shining star. Here, he is compared with a shining star. In the same manner, time is a thief. Here, time is compared with a thief. And here, in this also we do comparison, in metaphor also we do comparison, but there is only one thing which we have to keep in our mind, that is, in metaphor we do directly comparison without using the word as or like, but in metaphor, in simile, when we do comparison, then we use like and as. Now we will do our next. Yes, personification. Which figure of speech we will do now? Personification. What is the meaning of personification? When the poet is using personification, then we will have giving human qualities to non-human things. There we will find human qualities in non-human things. For example, the wind whispered in my ear. Here is a wind. Here is a wind which is whispering. Do you know? Whisper, who does whisper? Living things do whisper. When we never do whisper. So in this, we are personifying the wind. Here is the stars danced in the sky. Here is a word star. Can star dance? Here star is personified because they are given human qualities. Human danced, but here we are saying that stars danced. That's why here is personification. In the same manner, leaves waved us at us. Here, leaves, which is a non-living thing. Okay, and the poet says that waved at us, leaves never waved, but poets sometimes use in this way. In this way, there will be a personification. For personification, we must know that human qualities we give to non-human things. If non-human things are doing as they are human beings, then there will be personification. Now we will learn about repetition. Repetition. As you know, in name is there is already a word repetition. It means using the same word or phrase many times. Example, run, run. Here, run is repeated as fast as you can. Here, run is written 2 times. That's why here is a repetition of run. That's why repetition figure of speech is used. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Here, he is saying that repetition will be of word or phrase also. Here, word is repeated. And here, let it snow, this is phrase. Here, phrase is repeated. Alone, alone, all, alone. Here also, word is repeated. Peace, peace, everywhere, peace. Here also, word is repeated. That's why here is repetition. Now we will learn about hyperbole. Hyperbole, what will be there? In hyperbole, big exaggeration for effect. Here poet use exaggeration. He say things by exaggerating everything. I have told you a million times. He is saying that one thing I have told you million times. It means he is exaggerating. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. He is saying that I am so hungry. He is exaggerating his hunger and he is saying that he could eat a horse. He runs faster than the wind. Can anyone fast than wind? But he is exaggerating. That's why he is a hyperbole. She cried rivers of tears. She cried rivers of tears. Here also he is exaggerating. That's why here is hyperbole. What will be there in hyperbole? In hyperbole we will find exaggeration. In this way we have learnt 7 literary terms. Yes. Now we will learn about oxymoron. Yes, oxymoron. What will be there? Now we will learn about oxymoron. What will be there in oxymoron? Meaning two opposite words put together. In oxymoron, we will found two opposite words, but one after the other. It will be. For example, bitter sweet memory. Here is bitter also and sweet also. Bitter and sweet both are one after the other. That's why here is oxymoron. What is the identification of oxymoron? Oxymoron's identification that we will found two opposite words. Jumbo, sharp, deafening, silence. Here is deafening also, and he is saying silence also. Both are opposite of the one another. And living dead also. Living, opposite of living is dead. And in oxymoron, we come to know that in oxymoron, poet always use two opposite word, but they will come after one another, just after the other. Okay. In this way, we learn about oxymoron. Now we will learn about irony. In irony, what will be there? Saying the opposite of what is meant often for human. The real meaning will be opposite. We are saying, but we mean other thing. For example, a fire station burns down. Here is a fire station which is made to help others, but it itself burns down. So here is irony. A pilot has a fear of height. Here is a pilot, and his work is to fly in the height, but yet he is having fear for height. That's why here is a irony. The police station got robbed. Here is the police station got robbed. Police station is made to help the people, and they themselves are robbed. That's why here is irony. A plumber house has leaking taps. Here a plumber's work is to fix taps, but his own house is leaking, and that's why here is irony. It means when there will be irony, what will be there in which we are saying, or the thing for which purpose they are made, then they are not doing the same thing properly. That's why there will be irony. Now we will learn about metonymy. What will be there in metonymy? We will learn about metonymy, meaning replacing the name of something with something closely related. This is the main thing. We replace the name of that thing which is closely related to that. In metonymy, we replace the name of that thing with which thing? The thing which is closely related to that. Examples are here. The pen is mightier than the sword. Here is used pen. Mightier than the sword. Sword. It means pen is used for writing. It means here pen is used for, here name is changed, writing name is changed with the pen. In the second also, in second, the crown will find an heir. Here is crown is used for king or queen, but king and queen are replaced with the word crown. That's why here is metonymy. The white horse made a decision. Here white horse represent the president. Here white horse president is changed name. President's changed name is here White House. Sorry, White House made a decision. The real decision is made by president, but we are using in instead of saying president, we are saying that White House. That's why here is metonymy. If in this way, if we change the name related to that, the thing which is closely related, then there will be metonymy. Now we will learn about antithesis. We will learn about antithesis. Yes. Antithesis, in antithesis also putting opposite ideas. Here is a word ideas. Here will be also opposite. We have learned about oxymoron also. In oxymoron, we have opposite word, but just after one another. Just after one word to that other. But in antithesis, there is a little bit difference. That is, we will found opposite ideas together to show contrast. Example, speech is silver, but silence is golden. Here, the poet is saying two things. Speech is silver. He is saying speech about speech. And here he is saying about silence, and he is saying speech is silver, then silence is golden. In this way, this sentence has two parts. In first part, his idea is opposite of the other. In this way, in antithesis, we will have two opposite ideas. What is the difference between antithesis and oxymoron? In oxymoron also we have opposite word, but in antithesis we will have opposite ideas. Okay, but in oxymoron we will have opposite word. Many are called but few are chosen. Here many are called. This is giving one idea, but few are chosen. This is the opposite. Love is an ideal thing, marriage is a real thing. Here also giving the opposite ideas. Okay, that's why here is antithesis. You have to keep only this thing. Put you in your mind what is the difference between antithesis and oxymoron. In oxymoron we always use opposite words, and in antithesis we always use opposite ideas. Only this is the main difference. Now we will do about transferred epithet. As the name is telling to us, transfer. We will transfer quality, okay? Meaning an adjective used for a person instead of the thing actually described. Here we will use an adjective. If poet is using transferred epithet, then there you will found an adjective, and then after an adjective there will be a noun and used for a person instead of the thing actually described. For example, sleepless night. He is saying night is sleepless, but night never sleep. Here person, man is sleepless, but here we are using night for person. Here is sleepless. Sleepless is also an adjective, and here is noun. In this way we are transferring quality to thing. Lazy chair. Do you have heard about lazy chair? Here lazy is an adjective and chair is a noun. In this way we are transferring. That's why this is given the name transferred epithet, lazy chair. So chair never be lazy. People are lazy. Angry clouds. Here cloud is noun and angry is here adjective. That's why here is cruel small. Here is also transferred epithet, because summer never will be cruel. People are cruel. Angry clouds. Clouds never be angry. Lazy chair. Chair is also never be lazy. But we are transferring our qualities instead of the thing actually described. Okay. In this way, we have learnt about literary terms. Near about 13 we have learned. Now we will recap. Yes. What? Now we will recap all the things which we have learned. In alliteration and assonance, we use sound. Sound play an important role. In alliteration, consonant sound is repeated. Consonant sound. And in assonance, vowel sound. Okay. And in simile and metaphor, we do comparison. But what is the difference in both of these? In simile, we use as and like word. to do comparison, but in metaphor we do directly comparison. We directly do comparison. And in personification, we tell the qualities of living being in non-living things. And in hyperbole, we exaggerate the things. And in repetition, it is very easy. Word will be repeat. Here, word or phrase can be repeated. And in oxymoron and antithesis, we tell opposite words. We will found opposite words in oxymoron also and antithesis also. What is the difference both of these? In oxymoron, opposite word will be used, and in antithesis, opposite idea will be there. There will be opposite ideas. And in irony, there is a hidden meaning. In metonymy also, we give the name, transfer the epithet also. We transfer the quality of people into things. In this way, we have completed our topic, figure of speech. If you have any query, then you can give comment and ask. Thank you, Beta.